What you doing?
Timesheets. You?
Having Skinny Cow Divine Filled chocolates.
Tell me more.
Silky chocolate, luscious caramel.
Yeah, I want those.
What are you doing?
They're every bit as indulgent as they sound. Skinny Cow Candy. So impossible, so good.
Today we're going to go over some very simple rules from barbecuing as taught to me by Miss Linda Rankins. Now I have here some tilapia fish that I'm going to barbecue. And right here are some chicken wings that we're going to be throwing on the grill in a few minutes as well. So what I've done is I've already got the seasoning on them. I've got them in silver paper. Sometimes we put them in Tupperware bowls, but we get everything already seasoned. And here are some examples of the seasonings that I use. Fifth season is very good. Spice Supreme is very good. You can get those for very low cost at places like Walmart, Kroger. Normally they're 99 cents for the size that you see here, and they normally have them at those places in big bundles. So Fifth Season, Spice Supreme, and you know Frank's and some other ones are good as well. But if you're looking to be budget conscious, you might want to look at these seasonings. Specifically, I have to stay away from a lot of garlic salt. I may hit it just a little to give it that garlic taste. A little bit of seasoned salt, because again, I'm watching the salt, the lemon pepper seasoning. Now with lemon pepper, you got to watch it. Lemon pepper can have 230 milligrams of sodium, or it can have 80. Last, we're going to some nice center cut pork chops. So we are going to have a feast this weekend. My whole meal plan includes grilled center cut pork chops, the grilled tilapia, and the grilled wingettes. So again, each of them have been seasoned with a combination of the garlic powder, onion powder, little Mrs. Dash, I don't use a lot of that, and has been placed in this bowl. So we're going to get ready now. It's about 6:30 in the morning. So I get up early and I let it marinate in the morning if I don't do it overnight. Sometimes I try to soak my food overnight to give it, extra time for that beautiful flavor to soak in. All right, let's get ready and go to the grill.
Hi, this is Dr. Sian Safai, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to make a sugar-free homemade vanilla pudding, which is great for those people who have diabetes. So I have only 4 ingredients. Again, this is a homemade vanilla pudding. I've got skim milk, and I've got about 2.5 cups of skim milk. I've got some cornstarch here, about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. I have 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, and then a pinch of salt. And then my secret ingredient is I'm going to be using a sugar substitute today called Splenda. And this, I really like cooking with Splenda. Everybody has different types of sugar substitutes that they like to use. Splenda, aspartame, or NutraSweet, and then stevia is another new one. Today I want to show you how to use Splenda because I like the flavor and it doesn't give it too much of an aftertaste. So, really simple to do this. We're just going to pour the milk into a saucepan. Next we're going to add the Splenda, which is right here, and the cornstarch. Splenda is about 300 times sweeter than sugar, so in a normal recipe we would have used about 3 times that amount of normal sugar, and we only needed 1/3 of the Splenda. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, and I'm going to add my vanilla. And then I'm going to mix it up with my whisk. And I'll put it back on the burner, and I'm going to actually cook it until it starts to thicken, and then I'm going to cook it 2 more minutes beyond the time that it starts to thicken. Turn the oven down and cook it until it gets thick, and then I'm going to pour it into little souffle or pudding dishes. And so a couple of other things I just want to say before I show you the final product is that Splenda does not cause a rise in your blood sugar because we don't digest it. It just goes right through the body. So for those of you that have diabetes and might want a little simple sugar treat throughout your day or for dessert, this is a great dessert option. So let's see what the finished product looks like. And I, of course, garnished it with a little bit of strawberries and a little bit of mint. Beautiful dessert, very tasty. We think of vanilla pudding as being, bright yellow, but it actually is very, very pale yellow, almost an off-white. And this particular recipe, very simple, it has delicious flavor. So enjoy it.
One of the key things you have to do, and the first thing you do in barbecuing, is to make sure that your grill is clean. And so I'm going to be cleaning this grill here. I've already put some charcoal in the grill. Now, one of the things they recommend on all of the bags of charcoal is that you build it up as a pyramid in the center. So we're going to be doing that as well. And I'm going to be cleaning off the place where my meat go with this grill brush. So that's what we're going to do now. You want to put some extra charcoal lighter fluid onto your grill, onto your charcoal. Reason being that it kind of helps, even though I'm using match light, it kind of helps them to burn. All right, so make sure you do that. But again, stand back and don't get burned by the flame. His old song, don't get burned by the flame. Okay. Now, one old trick is to put some unlit matches down in with the charcoal with the lighter fluid on them. This will help if you are able to get some fire down there. The matches, the additional matches, will help the charcoal light. And again, remember, I have lighter fluid on the matches, I have lighter fluid at the base of my grill, and I have lighter fluid on all of the coals. So I'm expecting this flame to whoosh up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the camera off, and next time you see this flame, it should be burning. There's the flame. All right. Now the extra matches are now burning. So, and this is what you want. This is the kind of flame you want. Because what you're going to do, you're going to let this burn for a minute until your coals start to become white hot. And then we're going to close it and sort of choke off a lot of this flame. But let's let the flame go through it and really catch on fire here. And then we will be able to have some nice hot coals. And right now the heat is blowing back almost at 1,000 degrees, it feels like, Fahrenheit right now. But this is what you need even with the match light. And what I'm using, this is it here, Kingsford match light. As the claim on the packaging says, all you need is a match. But as you can see, you got to have a little bit more than a match. So you see it's very nice and hot now. You put that lighter fluid on it, which is Kingsford. That's Kingsford lighter fluid down there. You put some of that on it, and away you go. And so it's burning bright and hot. You see those flames coming off of the grill. We're going to give it a few minutes here to just let it burn, and we'll be right back. And then we'll show you how to choke this fire. We are back. We can see that it's not burning as high as it was. I gave it about 10 minutes. You see there's still some flames. So now what we're going to do is we're going to choke that off. So I'm going to be holding the camera here while I move in to close the top. So I'm going to ease in here. Remember, always safety first. So make sure that you stay safe when you're dealing with this, because, okay, now I've closed that top. I make sure that I open these right here. These are your air holes. Oh, it's getting hot in there. It's getting hot in there. Turn it. That'll keep letting air get to your grill. Now you see, there's a lot of smoke coming out of the grill. But the fire is now going to die down because I've let the coals get hot enough, get white hot, to where they're now going to burn. And in a minute, we're going to put the first set of meat on our grill. Okay, there you have it. Nice big center cut pork chops. The grill is smoking, and they're going to go on. Now, one of the things I do is I check and turn the meat about every 15 minutes. So if you're the novice griller, you kind of want to do that. People never like burnt grilled food. So just kind of do that, watch it while you're barbecuing. Turn it over occasionally, and just let it cook. Okay, so we're about 15 minutes at this point on the grill, so we can go here and just start checking on our meat. Make sure that some of it can be turned over. Some of it probably still needs to cook. But again, you want to make sure that you, at all you can do to keep from burning the meat. That piece doesn't need to be turned over. This piece maybe can. We can turn it over. It looks like it's starting to get done. Like I say, I rotate the meat because, excuse my shot there, it's kind of hard sometimes running the camera and doing this, but you can do it. This piece here is sort of like sticking to it, so that might mean it's ready to be flipped. So we get under here and flip it. Yep, we can see it. Remember, see that? That piece is nice and hot. The coals are good on that side, so it's getting there. Sometimes it will stick. You got to jiggle it a little and pull it out here. And that's what I'm going to do. And see, that's getting that nice brown look. We want that nice brown look to it. This piece shouldn't be ready, but I'll move it. Let me check this piece over here with this fork. It could stay there for a minute. But I did turn some pieces over based on how they'll cook it. Depending on if you got a lot of meat on the grill, like I do here, you want to rotate your meat and keep an eye on it. There's nothing worse than burnt meat, and I can't afford to burn this meat because this suggestion was from Linda. She said, why don't we barbecue some center cut pork chops? So I definitely don't want these center cut pork chops burned, so I'm maintaining and watching.